Okay, so let us look at the traffic, how it looks like. There are roads like A, B, C, D, E. These are the roads, and there is an intersection over here, and there is one way. That is E is one way, C is one way. So, so you can enter the traffic from E, and you can leave the traffic at C. So these are the this is what this is how the complication of the traffic is. And there are turns like, you can take any turn, like you can take A to B, or you remember that they will be coming in the right side, not on the left side. So right side, when they come, they can go to the right this way, like they can go into A to E. But because this is one way, we cannot have this turn, and they can go to A to D, like that, or A to B, or A to C, something like that. And you can say here B, so you can say B to A, they can go, because directly without having traffic signal. But again, these are the things we will look into. So when we are looking into this traffic problem, one thing for sure, that it is very complicated. It's not as usual traffic light. There are many multiple conditions applied to it. So what we have to find out is what is the mathematical model for this one, to identify, to find out a correct solution around it. So what we look at here is that this looks like more of a graphical representation we can make. The reason being that here we can say that the vertices can be A to B to A, or A to C. So these turns, every turn is a vertex, and then there is a connection. For example, while going from A to D, definitely a person should not be going from E to C. EC is not permissible, because A to D is somebody. So there is a urge between AD and EC. Okay, and that particular thing is not allowed. So there will be urge. So in a graph, there is a vertices and vertex, and there is a edge. So edges are something, whenever there is a edge between two vertices, that means those two are simultaneously not allowed. Okay, so vertex is one A to D and E to C. If you look at A to D and E to C has a urge between them. They two are two vertices, and there is a line between them, so that it shows that they are not permissible. So we will see that graph how it looks like. Okay, so we'll let us understand the problem part, then we will look at the graph. Here is the graph. If you, here is the model, that let us look at that. So vertices in the graph represent permissible turns. So those are the turns allowed. So these are the if you look at the turns, here turns are allowed. So A to D is allowed, C to is not allowed, so that is not permissible at all. But E to C is allowed. Similarly, A to E is not allowed. Okay, but E to A is allowed. So these E to A and B to A, those who are allowed or permissible terms, that is there in the as a vertex. Okay, vertices. And edges are connecting vertices, are those vertices that cannot take simultaneous turns. So here, as I said earlier, so similarly, the permissible turn is A to D, permissible turn is E to C, but they two cannot go together. Reason being, while going A to D, E to C is not permitted, because there will be a traffic violation. So there will be collision. So we cannot allow these two traffics to go through. So that is what is depicted as edges. So now the solution is that, let us color one color. Okay, first color to the vertices which are not having common edges, then the second color. So we'll see that in this graph, we'll see that. And why we have taken that, it is a four only, will four colors is enough. We will see these things later. Okay, let us come here. If you look at over here, like AB, if you color AB, first time you started with coloring AB, that is the first one you saw. So AB is colored. So AB is connected to EA, and AB is connected to DA. Let us see that. EA and DA. Let us see that. Okay. AB is allowed, EA and DA is not allowed. The reason being that the traffic is coming this way, A to B, like this. This is right side, A, B. So that time definitely we will not allow E to A or D to A. Similarly, other things are there. You can look at the graph. AB is allowed, so EA is not allowed. DA is not allowed. Similarly, BC is not allowed, and BD is not allowed. Let us see BC and BD. Let us see BC and BD. Okay. So while this is coming like this, BC cannot go through because B and C go through like this. It will go from the right side, it will go to the right side. So that is not allowed. Similarly, BD, BD, that is not allowed. So because AB is going, so definitely all those terms which you have mentioned, we have edges. So those are the things that is not allowed. So these are the edges that is not allowed. So how we will color code them to ensure that only those terms are allowed, rest of the things are not allowed. Like if you look at here, when AB is allowed, definitely AB and AC do not have any connection, so AC should be allowed. Similarly, AB and AC do not have any connection to AD, so AD is also allowed. BA, which is standalone, doesn't have required anything. ED is standalone, that is also not required. Similarly, anything which is like you can say DC is also not connected to any of these things, so they are allowed. And let me see, EC is allowed. No, EC is not allowed. Okay. So those are the turns that is allowed, and those are the turns that is not allowed. So AB, AC, AD, BA, DC, and ED. These are the turns that is allowed to go through. Rest of the things are not allowed. Why? Because there will be a violation. There will be a collision. So you color these things with one color. Okay. Then remaining colors we will go to the next level. Okay. AB, AC, AD, all these things. Now we go to BC. Okay, when you have BC, different color, because green is done, so green light is given, and one light is given, they are gone. Then come blue color they will make. So one phase, these turns are allowed. The next phase you will have BC. For example, you take BC. BC is connected to which one? AB is definitely done. It is a different color like green, or maybe blue, or whatever color you give. Like first one is blue, second one is green. So BC is, for example, green. BC you can make it green. Okay. Then comes to BD. Is BD connected to BC? No. BD is not connected to BD. So BC once connected, create has given green color, then BD can be given green color. The reason being that now AB, AC, AD, BA, DC, and ED are colored blue, so they can take at one time all blue color, all the turns which has blue color, they will go. Once they stopped, then it will start BC and BD. Okay, the BD is connected to DA, so it will not take. BD is connected to, is there anybody which is not connected to BC and BD? That we will take. Okay, let us see who is not connected. Okay, DB. So BC, BD, and D. Sorry, BC is also connected to DB. BD is connected to EB. EA, for example, EA is connected to anybody? BC? No. EA is connected to BD? No. So BC, BD, and EA. These three terms, for example, BC, BD, and EA. Just look at here. BC, then BD, and EA. If you look at here, these three are allowed. What is not allowed? If you look at here, what is not allowed? BC is connected to DB, for example. Okay, BC is connected to DB. Okay, then come here. BC is connected to DB. That means, so this, while this is going, BC, DB, which will come here, is not allowed because there will be a collision. So while this traffic is going, we cannot allow this traffic to come in. So that is where the urge is there, and to find out, okay, to find out if they are allowed or not simultaneously. Okay, so that is something we have mentioned over here. First color is set of vertices which are not having common edge. Then again second color, so eliminate all the first color turns, that is being done already. So rest of the colors from there, just look at the second color, like we have taken green, and we find out that in the second color we find out that BC, BD and EA, these three are definitely not connected to each other. Hence they can take the next light, so that they can take the turn simultaneously. So that is what we have given, and based on number of turns and number of vehicles going on, we can give amount of time to those traffic lights as well. So that is also as an important factor. So likewise, if you look at here. Okay, here, sorry. Color. Okay, all colors are given. Blue, green, then go to. So maximum, if you look at, there are maximum colors we have taken four. It is possible that we can use only four colors. Otherwise, what will happen for each road we have to give one color. And for example, only from A traffic will go, then B traffic will go, then C traffic will go, then D traffic will go, then E traffic will go. Then it is five color, whereas we are able to solve it with only four colors. Okay, we are able to solve it with four colors. So that is what we say. It is a it is this is called k click. So in graph we call it as a k click. That maximum k vertices, every pair of which are connected by an edge. So if we have k vertices which are connected to each other maximum, then we can call that as a k click. So which is a very graph related mathematical model. So here if you look at AC, DA, ED, BD and EB. Okay, AC, AC, DA, BD, EB. AC, DA, BD and EB. EB. So these four, A, C, D, A, B, D, D, B, E, B. So these four are connected to each other. If you look at this, okay, AC is connected to all three, BD is connected to all three. Similarly, DA is connected to all three, EB is connected to all three. So this is called four click. So when we get this kind of a and four, if it is less, if it is three click, it will be only three colors is required. So you should be able to solve the problem with that many colors only. So not a very important thing, but definitely one of the thing why I'm discussing all these things is because whenever you take a mathematical model, some kind of a solution, you should be able to understand it fully, so that the solution or the algorithm you write would be optimal. Okay, here the optimal number of colors we are giving is four only. The reason being that it is a four click graph, not a, not we don't need more than four colors. So we have to restrict our four colors and ensure that we should be able to do it in with four click. We cannot do it less than four. It can be more than four, but it cannot be less than four. We cannot do that to less than four. So there are extra turns. Okay, so extra turns are there which doesn't require any kind of a traffic light, so which will continue to go through. We will discuss that towards the end of the session. We will discuss that one.